All right. Episode 2, Airport Road Podcast. Cade, how's it going?
It's going great. How you guys?
Doing great.
If you notice anything's different, got a new camera set up.
Mm-hmm.
Got some lights up in here finally.
Got some lights, and we got AJ and Mike, so we get to hear AJ's beautiful voice.
Tribute.
So cool. Yeah. What's on the agenda for today?
Well, let's see. We're gonna start off talking about well, here is a good topic to start off about, especially now that we're in the COVID season and the pandemic.
You say that like it's recurring, like we're gonna be here again.
Oh yeah, you're right. Not seasonal, sorry. But anyway, our writer Shane Rich wrote about life during COVID, and I mean it was a great read. AJ, do you want to pull it up?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up.
So in her article, she really talked about kind of how in her mental state, how everything started becoming more, at a level of being shut down. How
Closed off.
Yeah, closed off. It's like she actually started feeling, a sense of security. But however,
like better, like she felt better.
Uh-huh. And how her friends who were, going to college, stuff like that, they were experiencing, these sort of anxieties. They're like,
everyone's dealing with the same kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's dealing with the same kind of issue.
Yeah.
Type of deal.
Yeah. So she was surprised that, her friends were coming to her being like, I don't know how to deal with this. How do you deal with this? And
When she was doing this fine.
And she was just caught off guard. Like, whoa, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, it was interesting. It was a really good read. What'd you guys think about it?
I thought the article was interesting, one.
Mm-hmm.
But just on that topic, I'd be kind of curious to hear. I don't think we haven't talked about it at all. Like in the midst of like the whole COVID thing, when we were actually like all quarantined. Like what was your guys' vibe from that?
We can talk. I mean, let's talk about everyone's experiences because you didn't get furloughed.
No,
I didn't get furloughed.
What is it?
Okay, so no.
No, you didn't.
Were you working from home at all?
Yeah, I was working from home for like two months.
You were still
3
going
months.
in. I got furloughed twice. So we have 3 different experiences here. So
What's furloughed? Yeah.
It's essentially when you get laid off, like they don't have work for you. That's you're not getting fired, but you're getting laid off.
I got you.
Mm-hmm.
So you get put on unemployment like that. So it happened to me twice. So I mean, kind of what was your experience with the whole quarantine thing working from work?
Well,
From home?
I guess from my standpoint, it was, I mean, the only thing that was different is that I couldn't communicate with the people in my office like just right away.
Mm-hmm.
Everything I can do anything that I do at work now from home. There's not a big issue with it, but the communication with my team, so that like that aspect of it, not a big deal. But in terms of like how it made me feel, like actually being like in my house all the time for the first like month and a half or month, I was good. Didn't matter. But after a while, I kind of got to a point where I was like, even me being like super introverted and not like I play games like all the fucking time, like that's kind of like my sanctuary.
Mm-hmm.
So, even with that, I got to a point where I was like, this is starting to get depressing.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to be out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I know we're all introverted, huh?
Yeah.
I think so.
All homebodies.
Yeah, we're homebodies. We play video games like on a constant basis.
Yeah.
And for me, I mean, I've been a bartender for so long. So have you. It's just like we had to get out of our shells. I mean, we're still introverted though, in a sense.
It's like an act.
Yeah, it's an act. It's a face.
Isn't it always though? Like when you go out in public,
true.
it's always an act.
Yeah.
So
true.
I guess for me, I was still having to go to work every day, and it was
You were never quarantined?
never
Like you were
quarantined.
never
always out. Yeah, I got to see a lot of people. I had to hear a lot of conspiracy theories. I had to hear a lot of perspectives on everything. It was wild. Some dude blamed pigeons, the 5G towers.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
About the towers.
Don't get it twisted, dude. You don't know about those pigeons.
That's true. The CIA or the FBI,
Yeah.
whatever the two. Anyway, and honestly, it got to the point where I was like, manning this one place with another person, which we had a staff of like, what would you say?
Probably like 30 people.
30
combined.
people, maybe a little bit
Maybe
more.
more.
I'm doing like 3 jobs now. And I'm like,
Same
man,
pay.
this
Same pay.
Didn't get
same pay, no raise. Owner super unappreciative. But like, it's just like, man, this kind of sucks. Like, I'm putting in this work every day. Never, not one day off,
Mm-hmm.
except for Sundays. But yeah,
And I know on top of that too, you had all the people that were working for you because you're one of the managers there. One of the people working for you were getting their unemployment money. We're kind of throwing that at you a little bit. I know that kind of got to you.
I know. I was just like, dude, like I was cool with it for a while, and then someone was like, "Hey, do you feel kind of left out?" I was like, "Wow, okay." I was like, "Okay,
Yeah, just trying to make you feel like shit.
yeah."
That's all it was. Yeah, well, it's crazy that we're still 6-7 months in, almost 7 months in, and
Dude.
it's not. I mean, it's different, but it's still.
It almost
It's
feels.
worse.
Does it feel normal? To me, it feels like
does.
when I go to the store, I'm never like, okay. Well, sometimes I'll forget, but
Mhm.
I'm like, pulling up to the store. I keep my mask in, the left side of my car. Pull it out, slap it on, go into the store.
Yeah,
It
dude.
feels after 6-7 months, it feels normal at this point. I don't know about.
Yeah, I actually like wearing my mask, dude. I'll be honest with you.
Can hide your.
I can hide my face,
Yep.
man.
I
I'm
feel
not
you.
like I'm a very introverted person, and then wearing that mask just makes me feel pretty comfortable.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It just, I mean, not even only the mask situation. It just blows my mind how many people are living in a different world. Because I think all three of us, for the most part, still stay pretty safe.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's so many people who aren't, who just, it's like nothing. Like, I mean, it's normal. It's
Yeah.
gone. It's not an issue anymore.
Yeah.
Blows my mind.
Yeah, we're at number 1, USA in cases.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, by
Yeah.
far.
And it's funny because
Yeah.
like one person, I was like, man, I want to go to Japan. They're like, no way, they're infested right now. I was like, I will pull up the numbers right now and show you that they
Yeah.
have like maybe they have less than 500,000.
You
We're
wouldn't
like
be allowed to go to Japan because no one is allowing people from
Yeah.
the U.S. to travel.
You're right.
Like
Yeah.
people here think that it's still an
Mhm.
outside issue when it's just.
Yeah,
It's
and
not the
I think
case.
I think you can think of what their political ideologies line up to be.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, not even political ideologies really matter. I mean, it's just about educating yourself on the topic.
I don't know about you guys, but I've kind of kept away from any news like that, just because it gets depressing.
Mhm.
Like it's never not never, but it's hardly ever a positive story. Like this state's doing really well, and this is what they're doing to implement. It's more of like, look at these people that are writing about having to wear masks, and look at these people that are writing that, this and that, and it's like at some point it just gets really depressing.
Yeah, it's a lot. There was like a time when it first started, every moment of the day, the news was on at my house, and it was just constant like COVID tracking, which was driving me crazy. I get it; it was like a new thing. I still try to keep up with it, but I mean, you don't hear as much about it anymore. I don't know if it's people forgot kind of thing. People are trying not to like talk about it or what, but
I think it just became the new norm.
I think you're right, which is sad.
I think the thing that bothers me too is the amount of xenophobia that's out there. Like every country except the U.S. is just absolutely infested, and I don't understand that at all.
We on Tuesday, was it Tuesday it was Tuesday. We dealt with some crazy customers. We both were like freaking out.
Why is that?
Talk about
Okay.
conspiracy theories.
I'll tell you. Yeah,
go
I
ahead.
walked in. There's 10 because you can only have 6 people at a table here. You can't be standing up. It's like there's still a bunch of rules in place. And I walk in and there's 10 people at a table. They're all talking about how I don't even know. Once you get your tested, they're scanning your face and they're keeping your DNA and they're doing this and that. And there was people like, no, you don't have to wear your mask. Don't wear your mask around. And there was like people came in. It was like 11 people or something like that, all trying to sit at one table. And it's just like, I don't know. We were going crazy.
Yeah,
I know. I think it's funny from both sides though. Like
It is,
the people who judge the people that don't wear masks,
Yeah.
who like put them on blast like on the internet,
yeah.
and then the other side who are just like,
Why are you wearing that?
"What are you gonna tell me?
Yeah.
Put on my mask?"
Tell we got a guy that walked in right away. I have a medical condition. I got one of those.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was all he had to say.
So
It's just it's
They like to test people, man. I don't understand it, dude.
Well,
Like, what are you doing?
the other thing is, like, yeah, it's uncomfortable, right, to wear a mask. But the reason I've never had an issue with it is because, like, I feel like it's just like a common courtesy to other people. Like even if you don't think I need to be wearing a mask, I'm gonna wear it just because there's other people that don't think the same way that you do, and I'm just gonna be courteous to other people.
Yeah.
Like when I'm in a store and in the event that I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, that I'm carrying it, you know what I mean, and I'm just asymptomatic or whatever it is. Like I don't want to be rude to those people that may, you know, have issues with it or whatever, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it doesn't affect me. Wear the damn mask.
Well, that's the thing.
That's how I kind of took it.
Some people still see it as like the mask isn't protecting you, but you're not wearing it to stop anything from yourself. You're wearing it to have common courtesy for others.
Yeah, that's how I saw it. It's common courtesy.
Yeah. I mean,
rant about this forever.
Yeah.
Fashion statement.
Oh, anyway.
What were you gonna say about that?
Anyway, just a quick tidbit.
Mm-hmm.
Fashion too. You know, wearing a mask plays into fashion.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you look at it that way, as like if you're somebody that's into that, like switching up your mask with your outfit, that's kind of cool. Like
cool.
that's one way to make a positive out of what could be a negative situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know
It's so
what I mean?
weird that we're at that point though. You're like matching your mask with your outfit. I do, but that's just so weird. I have to.
That's cool,
Why?
man. I like that.
Gotta match.
Oh,
It's
okay.
literally
No,
part of your outfit now. Like it's,
I thought like it was like dress code. Or
No. Well, no, it's not. No place I have has dress codes with masks. But
Oh, well, anyway. Great article by Shane.
Yeah.
It's called Finding Comfort Amidst the Chaos of COVID-19. Check it out on Tonique.news.
Yep.
Shane, one of the newer writers with us too.
Yep. Yeah. She has 2 articles out right now. Very good.
Yeah. Definitely bringing a different element to our media source.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which we love.
What about another new writer that we have for us?
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to talk about his article?
Dagan Kipling with the MORE Act. His newest article, moving towards the federal legalization of cannabis. Yeah, we're all down for that, right?
Interesting topic. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, and not just like, yeah, man, 420. Legalize it. We're talking about like it actually helping people and creating a better the economy, boosting it up.
Yeah.
Obviously, we saw Colorado's economic numbers just skyrocket.
I'd be curious to see where they're at today. I haven't kept up with it, but obviously that was like a hot topic that ever since they did that, their economy went up, and I think their crime, didn't it?
Well, yeah, because that's kind of what his article was talking about too. That's what the MORE Act was about, essentially.
Yeah. Also erasing some criminal records. Like that's a huge thing because think about it. Excuse me. How many people are in prisons, penitentiaries because they were caught with a little weed charge? Like, come on.
Yeah.
It's 2020.
Definitely an old school kind of
2020
mindset of how criminalized this is looked at. You know what I mean? Did I say that weird? But yeah, it's definitely an old mindset. Like you said, it's 2020. It's not. I mean, there's so many beneficial things towards this. I don't know why it's still that big of a deal.
And the other thing though is it's not for everybody, right? But legalizing it doesn't have to affect everybody. Like you can just, it's not like just because cigarettes are legal that it's going to start affecting me that doesn't smoke cigarettes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you just don't have to do it. And I think the argument for like it's very beneficial or good for everybody, I feel like gets deflected by the people that are like, well, I've tried it and it was the worst experience of my life. And it's kind of like, well, that's not for everybody. Just like anything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He had a funny story. My pops, he smoked it one time. He told me he'll never do it again. He said he was at a bonfire in high school and he said I took a toke of the reefer. And
is this how he's telling you the story?
And everybody's faces just started melting. And I'll never do it again. I was like, maybe in middle school.
You're like, damn, that sounds awesome.
Sounds tight, bro.
It's not for everybody. If it's not for you, I don't understand why it would affect you or why people let it. But different topic right there too.
Yeah.
It was definitely a good article, interesting article. I like that we kind of get into stuff like that because a lot of places will shy away from talking about stuff like that.
Where are we at now? We've got Colorado,
We got
Oregon?
Vegas.
Vegas?
Nevada.
Vegas?
I don't know if it's just Vegas. I mean, we can pull that up right now.
Yeah,
but
one of my buddies actually works at a dispensary in Vegas.
oh,
Aaron.
no way. Nice.
Shout
That's
out
pretty cool.
Aaron.
He's up in Vegas.
Yep.
Yeah.
Aaron?
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I guess he's been working up there. He seems to like it. So
Nice.
I think I found out from him that it was legal up there. I had no idea.
Dude, you want to know something crazy?
What?
I actually smoked a joint on the strip.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
It
was wild.
legal when we were there for like 4 years ago.
No,
3 years ago.
No
it wasn't.
way.
No, it wasn't. No,
It was
wasn't.
not.
Yeah. The only reason why I
Oh,
say it's
maybe it
crazy
was
that I
not.
smoked a joint on the strip is the Uber driver that picked me and my girlfriend up.
Mm-hmm.
We told him about it, and he's like, "Dude, you could have got arrested." I was like, "What? Are you serious?"
Oh, really? For
Yeah.
being out in public?
Yeah. I was like, "I thought you can smoke on the strip." He's like, "No, man. You gotta take that stuff inside your house, your home."
I thought it kind of sounds like it would be like the alcohol thing, right?
Yeah, right. But I guess it's different because the smoke, contact high.
Yeah.
Children are about.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, it's a public
Yeah.
place.
I get
Yeah.
that.
Well, it's weird because Vegas is a whole different thing. Like the
Yeah.
fact that you can just walk in and out of stores with big old containers or your big old Slurpee drinks, like that's still
You
blows my
can't tell
mind.
me it wasn't fun though.
It is fun. I'm looking it up. 11
Yeah.
states it's legalized for recreational use. 33 states it's legal for medical use.
Yeah.
I'll throw it here for you guys. But I mean, so it's everywhere. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Dagan did a really good job touching on everything in that article, which was really good.
About that. It was actually more about Vegas. But I like how you're like, what was it like? I don't know. How long ago did we go? Like 4 years ago? Like it wasn't for your fucking birthday? He's like, I lost track.
It's
I don't
been
know.
a while, man.
It's been 3.
4?
3 years, 4. No, 3
Wait,
years.
no,
You're
it'd be
25,
4
aren't you?
years.
You're
It'd be
24.
4 years.
Younger than
Yeah,
you guys.
damn.
Wild.
Cool. Awesome. Let's move on to the next topic then.
Yeah, let's go on to the next one. Another one by our own Dagan Kipling, jack of all trades.
Yeah.
Writes culture, politics as well.
Chips in on sports.
Chips in on sports. His next article was Belarus, the last European dictatorship. Jake, you know anything about Belarus?
I do not.
It's wild right now.
And I'll go ahead and start by saying this.
Yeah, go
I
for
know
it.
stuff, but I don't claim to be an expert, so if I misspeak or sound stupid,
None of
that's
us are experts.
That's just how it is. But I know enough to kind of give
I've read a
some
lot about it
feedback.
actually, and basically think of it. Let's break it down like this. So imagine, and it could be any president, but I'm going to use Donald Trump because he's our president right now. Imagine if he is in office, controls everything, still a democracy. Somehow, the next guy who's running against him, he loses. But everybody's like, wait, we voted for this guy. Like, he had majority of vote. Because, Donald Trump was running everything. He's like, nah, I'm still president. You're good.
Mm,
Thus, a dictatorship.
right.
This
No
guy is
longer
literally
democracy at that
influencing the
point.
election after he just lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's what he
won't
wrote
concede
about
the
right here.
results. Recently, there was another election that just happened, right? When did it happen? There was a recent election. And there was a lady that ran against him that like clearly had the backing of a majority of the citizens, and she lost somehow by like a ridiculous amount. What was it? It was a ridiculous amount. Like the numbers, it wasn't even like, oh, it was like 51-49. No, it
Yeah.
was like he won by like
Like a large
by a ridiculous
majority.
amount of
Yeah.
by a majority, which people were like saying like that's
Yeah.
no one wants this guy in office. There's no way this could keep happening.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not even gonna try to pronounce her name, but she had to like flee the country, right?
Mm.
The lady that ran against him.
You're talking about Belarus,
Mhm.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So look, like, watch. We can check it out right here, and see. Obviously, you see that.
We're looking at the article.
Yeah,
by
we're
the
looking
way.
at the article.
Well, anyway, it's just turned into a lot of protests because people don't want to accept his
dictatorship.
his exactly. They don't want
Yeah.
to accept that those are the actual results of the election.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just been protests and protests and protests, and it's
Mm.
just
Been crazy, man.
crazy down there.
Yeah.
That is wild.
But Vladimir Putin has offered to send military support. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That just kind of goes to show you how it is down there.
Yeah, it's wild, man.
Did you
It's
guys-
wild here too. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
it's
like
it's sort of this
not the same, but the
in a different
same,
degree.
you know, yeah, in a
Yeah.
different degree.
um
Crazy.
did you guys watch a Netflix documentary about how the media played a part in the election of Donald Trump in 2016? I don't remember the name of it's super interesting, and I wish I remembered the name. Maybe you can look it up.
Let's see.
But dude, like I don't want to give too much of like what it's about away, just in case anybody hasn't watched it and they want to check it out. But basically there was like a whole bunch of media influence and different tactics that they were using to essentially spread propaganda. You know what I mean? And it's just so crazy that that's kind of like the world that we're living in. And it kind of reminds me of this class that I took. I was actually a senior in high school, and it was just a pop culture class. But we were talking about this guy that was like, you know, in the early time. I'm not even going to try to guess when it was, but early 1900s, something like that. Just became like this master marketer and really like discovered how different colors, like how people react to different colors on a page, you know what I mean? Or like a news thing, you know what I mean? And how he could influence people off of media. And this was back in the 1900s. And just to see where it's at today, and just when you guys were saying like somebody clearly won, you know what I mean? It just makes me think like if we didn't have any media influence on any sort of election, like who would have been presidents throughout history? You know what I mean? How much has media influence and what they share on Facebook and all that stuff? How much does that actually have an influence on the polls?
Yeah.
And is it fair?
Is this the documentary you're talking about? The Great Hack? Is that it? No.
Yes. I believe so.
Mark Zuckerberg, was he in it?
No, he was not.
No, it's not it.
It was about a company called Cambridge Analytica.
Oh yes, okay, yeah. Then what? Yeah, so I'm reading that's what it is. Okay, I'll have to check it out.
No, seriously, like you should watch it.
Well, I mean that's kind of thing. That's one of the main reasons why we kind of want to start this too. We're not trying to. We have people from both sides giving stuff, political views. Some more extreme than others,
right?
But yeah, no, the media, it's so it just swings one way or the other too far, and it makes it too.
Yeah,
I mean, it does. Like people just go and read the first thing.
Yeah, read a headline.
Exactly, and then that's it. That's all they believe.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I think we're probably all guilty of it. Of reading, especially like with COVID too, bringing it back to that. You know, read a headline and you go tell your significant other or somebody that you know. Yeah, did you hear about this? Even though you only read the headline. I've done that, and I kind of go, okay, like, if I'm going to say something like that, I should probably do my own research. All I did was read a headline.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
But think about how much that plays a fact, especially in a democratic election. Like, that's kind of crazy.
Man. Yeah. Like we learned in David Weiss's class, black, white, and gray propaganda. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very interesting class. Yeah. we because that happened in the 2016 election, right? That's when it lined up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. We got to watch all kinds of different ways that it was delivered and how it's just so bendy and so opinionated. It's frustrating.
Yeah.
It's so hard to even go look at. You can go read two different articles and they say two different things about one statement. It's hard.
And that's our main goal here at La Tonique. Both sides of voice. You know what I mean?
Both sides from our generation's perspective, right?
Exactly.
Both sides from our
Yeah, we talked about this before. It was kind of an idea. I want to do this so bad where we get two of our writers that kind of are totally separate on the side that they fall on, and like during the first presidential debates, kind of have them cover it and have them do a presidential debate. I don't know. We don't have to talk about this on the podcast. I just think that'd be cool.
That would be interesting. You know what else would be interesting is be kind of difficult with our setup right now. Maybe, take me out or something like that, like remove me from a podcast for one of them, but to actually interview both sides, you know, what I mean? Like our own writers, you know what I mean? And just kind of have them on to talk about their own experiences and stuff like that. That might be an interesting.
We could pull that off. We have so many ideas of stuff we want to do with this. Totally just getting started. So it's gonna be raw for a while, but it's good. Like where we're going.
Yeah.
100%.
What else we got?
TikTok
Ooh.
is done.
Thank God.
Okay,
Thank
so
God.
let's talk about this. You don't like TikTok.
I hate
I
TikTok,
don't.
man.
You don't use TikTok. You hate it too.
I don't use it. I wouldn't say I hate it, but I just don't have a reason to use it.
Mhm.
And I watch TikTok every day. I do. I didn't like it at first either because it was totally like because I mean it was Musically, right? That's exactly
Yeah.
what it was. It was just people lip syncing and dancing, and it's stupid. But I mean their algorithm is really good. Like the more you get invested in it, the more it's gonna show you stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like I get total Vine, flashbacks, and it. I like it. I enjoy it. It's funny.
Yeah.
I see a lot of funny stuff on it. So I do think it's pretty crazy that big of a company, the biggest company in the world right now, or the biggest social media platform, or whatever you want to call it, it's just like done.
Yeah, but you said it's still going to be on. Like if you already have it downloaded, you're still going to have it.
Yeah, they're gonna remove it from the app stores tomorrow, Sunday. So by the time this is posted, it's already gonna be gone. So if you don't have TikTok, you won't be able to download it legally.
Didn't
crazy.
they take iFunny back in the day off the App Store?
It's like
And
gone.
Flappy Bird, they did the
Flappy Bird.
same
I don't
thing.
know what
Flappy
about
Bird, yeah.
People were selling phones with Flappy Bird on it for like
Yeah.
thousands of
I
dollars.
remember that.
And I liked Flappy Bird.
Yeah, it was a
dude.
fun game.
That was a good game.
It was horrible. And then what's the other thing that's getting taken off with TikTok? It's WeChat, right?
Tic Tac.
Is that what else is getting taken off? WeChat?
WeChat.
Don't know
I think
what
that's
it's called.
yeah, but
I don't know
which
what
is-
it means.
it's
what
like
that
just
is.
a chatting service that I don't know. I don't really know.
It's
but
predominantly used in China, though, right?
Yeah, I think it's one of their bigger things.
I don't know. I can't say that TikTok is bad for for health, but I mean the stuff I just see on there is just so cringy, man.
Well,
you need to watch
so
it
hard to
more.
watch.
See,
So
but
hard to watch. That's why I stay off of
you
it.
say it's bad for your health. So is Instagram. So is Twitter.
Yeah, everything social media wise is.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Isn't that crazy
I'm
though?
so
How they
anti-TikTok.
like created that algorithm to keep you probably like if you sit down to watch TikTok, you probably just keep scrolling because they figured out an
Mhm.
algorithm that hey, AJ likes these old school vines. Let's keep throwing these
Yeah.
at him. You know what I mean?
Well, that's one of the main reasons why they didn't want to sell it is because that algorithm is like it's super super intuitive.
yeah.
Like I know Facebook tries to do it, Instagram, like so your feed kind of shows more so what you
Yeah.
like. It's not the same.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty interesting, but I don't see. It just blows my mind that that's getting taken down here in the U.S. I don't know.
Yeah.
That has
I don't-
multiple arguments to it, right?
Yeah.
I know I just said Tic Tac on that last thing, but remember Yik Yak?
He had TikTok. He said TikTok.
I know Tic Tac's funny
Tic Tac.
though.
Yeah.
But remember Yik Yak, dude?
Yik Yak's
Yes,
around.
I do remember
Yik
Yik
Yak
Yak.
was
Around
the
anymore?
That
best.
was an issue.
That was the
Yik
best.
Yak was an issue, especially if you were in college at the time.
Yeah.
Was that the thing where you could post like on your campus or
Anonymously.
In your area.
In your
Yeah.
area.
Yeah.
How was that an issue? I remember playing that when Pokemon Go was a big deal. Remember? That was a good tool to have. People would say, "Oh, this is over here."
Yeah. But I guess it was bad if it was like
A lot of
Yeah.
hate speech.
right.
Um,
Hate speech, that, and then
there was no regulation.
as all of us as grown men with our parties, you know what I mean?
Mhm. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was a thing.
The hate speech was awful. But the funny thing about Yik Yak was everybody would be like, hey, party at this place, party at this
Right.
place. Bunch of random people.
Yeah.
Random people would
Always
go.
a very bad idea to go to those.
Yeah. So I remember I was living at this apartment complex, sophomore year of college, right? 2014. And two of my buddies from Arizona State came and visited me. I was like, yo, let's post the address and we have a party here, but don't give them the actual apartment number. And it was like a small, like, cult, what's it called? Horseshoe
Okay.
sized apartment complex.
That's very different from a cult.
no
Yeah,
Colts.
cult.
Oh,
Cult, yeah.
I was like, yeah, not
like the
not
cult
the same
symbol.
thing, bud.
Yeah. Anyway, it's within seconds, people just piled into this tiny courtyard. They're like, "Where's the
How
party?"
many?
at?"
Bunch of guys.
Like a ton of people. Dude,
Oh,
like
okay.
30 people.
Yeah.
And the guys.
No, there's
No?
girls there, but it was just like people yelling like,
Mhm.
"Where's the party?" In this like small
You're like-
community. We had our lights off. We were just looking at.
So,
it.
so let me ask you this: what was your intention? Were you trying to start a party, or were you
No,
trying
we
to
wanted to
start
see
chaos?
if people would come.
You just wanted to see if people would show
Yeah.
up.
And they did. We were
Okay.
like, oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, I mean, it's interesting. You got to download TikTok. You were just talking about how you wanted to use it for the company, use it for your company.
Yeah.
Get on that.
Yeah, well, just what you were saying about the algorithm, the way it's set up is it makes it very easy to grow. So like if you have like one video that really appeals and it makes it to everybody else's, what do they call it, like a For You page? If it makes it's kind of like the Explore page.
Yeah.
But if it makes it to that, dude, like it'll get in the eyes of so many people, and if there's likes, it just goes up, and then like it's just kind of like Vine, you know what I mean? Where if somebody blew up on Vine, everybody knew who they were, and they always popped up in your feed. You know what I mean? But
next topic is the passing of Ruth Bader Ginsberg. Yeah, super sad about that. She's a trailblazer, you know. She did a lot.
Yeah, I mean, the timing of everything kind of complicates things too, and it's just, I mean, it's sad. It's sad that it's kind of even turning into like a big old something else. You know, it's not celebrating what she's done for women and what she's done for the country. It's more,
it's getting twisted.
What's next?
Yeah.
And you wanted to talk about this a little bit more, right?
Well, I just said that it sucks it's being twisted into something else, and I'm gonna take it and talk about kind of the ramifications of it. But I mean, what kind of sucks? I don't know if you guys saw. Now there's another seat that has to be filled in the Supreme Court. President is the person who gets to elect it. So I guess to appoint a new person to take that seat. So of course, you know, there's a lot of Republicans that are saying Donald Trump gets to appoint that person. They already have 3 potential candidates in place: Ted Cruz, Tom Cotton, and Josh Hawley. Which are not, I mean, well, I won't get into that. But it's just, it's the issue that kind of coming up with this back in 2016, in Obama, or 2015, Obama's last year in office.
Oh, there was another Supreme
There was a
Court.
vacancy.
Yeah.
And Mitch McConnell, so many people, Lindsey Graham, Mitch McConnell, so many politicians were saying they blocked Obama from filling that seat. They were saying a new president should be the one to fill that seat. So now the issue is now they're kind of being a little hypocritical.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there very well could be a new president in a couple months, you know, coming up, but they're trying to fast track to allow Donald Trump to fill that seat.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
crazy.
if you kind of look at it, we have, what was I telling you earlier? We have 1 person that was appointed by Clinton, 3 by George Bush, 2 by Trump, 2 by Obama. So I mean, it's not very diverse. And if you're elected to the Supreme Court, you're there for life, pretty much.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's kind of important. It's kind of a important topic. It kind of blows my mind that it's even, I don't know, just the hypocrisy of stuff.
Yeah.
Don't want to show my hand too much politically, but I don't know, the hypocrisy stuff just kind of gets to me, and that's all people have been talking about. I mean, there's obviously people who are celebrating her life and what she's done, but now this is like,
it's like overshadowed a little.
It's overshadowed, which is sad, and it's horrible.
Yeah.
And I think it makes sense just from a standpoint of being fair, which, you know, fair or whatever, like nothing's really ever fair, but so from a standpoint, I'm just saying in general, but from a standpoint of being fair, you know, I don't think you're showing your hand and saying that, you know, that 2 different sides are not being treated equally in this very similar situation.
And the fact that it's the same person who's making those comments, 2 totally different comments, like people can't go back a couple years and see what he said and pull up tapes of what he said in videos, and you know, it's a slippery slope for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
But I mean, she passed away yesterday, right? The 18th.
Yeah.
So today's 19th. So yesterday, and at this point, it's already, they're literally announcing those 3 potential replacement candidates already, which sucks. It's sad.
Right. It's sad. Our condolences to, you know, her family.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I kind of wanted to harp on this too. If I can find it real quick, her daughter, one of her family members came out and said, her last words, her last dying wish, was that essentially, and I'm paraphrasing obviously, essentially that Donald Trump does not fill her position. That her position is not filled until there's a new president. What are your kind of thoughts on that? You think that her family's kind of just taking advantage a little bit, kind of using her death as like a...
It's kind of hard.
That's hard to say, yeah.
It's hard to say.
I mean, because it very well could be that's how she felt. But, I mean, it's I don't like it from either side.
Yeah, from either side, it's kind of hard to comment on. You know, because, like, who are we to say?
Right. Exactly.
You know, it's hard. I mean, it's it's sad that she passed away. I mean, she was a huge influence, but I think other than that, it's kind of left up to what it is.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
So I guess kind of like a shout out then. And like you were saying, she had a lot of influence, so kind of like our little tribute, our little say something about it. That's kind of what we're doing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I didn't want to go today without talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah.
What else do we have?
All right.
cool.
Really switching gears here.
Yeah. So,
do we want to do a sponsor message?
Yeah. Good
Cool.
word from the sponsor for today.
Today's sponsor, probably a recurring sponsor, Avid Apparel. Great streetwear, great clothing. Really for anybody that's enthusiast and avid about anything. That's kind of what the brand is built on. There's going to be some new stuff for a fall collection coming up. You can follow Avid Apparel at avid.apparel on Instagram, facebook.com/avidapparel and avidapparel.com. And it's Avid is AVXD, and you can see that in the shirts. Sure, there will be a link down below.
it's there's also a link on our website, on Tonique.news website. So, yeah, check it out. Great clothes.
Awesome.
All
So
right.
segue. This I've been
Yeah,
excited
so-
to talk about this NFL environment.
Yeah.
I know you're
So
excited
far.
to talk about this.
You caught any games so far?
So
Your Browns won.
so that's kind of like a running joke
Yeah.
that I'm a Browns fan. I became a Browns fan when they had their first 0-16 season, right? Or did they go 1-15, or was it 0-16?
Both.
No.
back to back. They did both of those. They went 0-16 and then they went 1-15.
Okay, yeah. I
Yeah.
became a fan at their 0-16 season, kind of as a joke in our friend group,
Yeah.
because I was like, you know what, like I don't follow NFL the same way that you guys do. So I was like, you know what, today I am a fan of the worst team, and I'm just gonna stick to that. Not gonna lie, I usually just catch up on highlights, but I thought it was a good game.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, I mean, it was an interesting game for sure. It wasn't the best game, wasn't the prettiest game, but I mean, by the time this comes out, it might already be a little
Dated. Yeah.
But I mean, the environment as a whole, I kind of want to talk about what the games are like without fans there.
Yeah. I mean, gosh, think about that. I think they have crowd noise in the stadium.
Yeah, no, dude, it's been
Like
amazing.
just playing.
There's sorry, go for it.
And think about this. Who was it? I think it's the Patriots.
Did they-
my team.
Do they have
Who put
the
crowd noise within the crowd to give themselves like a home field advantage,
okay.
more of a home field advantage. And it's funny that now we're all doing it.
Well, because
It's kinda
otherwise it'd
funny.
be dead silent. It was already loud, and the
Yeah.
Patriots were making it louder, trying to.
It's just
throw
funny
off.
though.
Well, multiple teams have done that.
You think they threw in my leg?
That'd be hilarious.
No, so I saw something that there's two different channels. They're pumping crowd noise into the stadium for the players to hear, right? And then they have the crowd noise on the TV, which to me has been like amazing. I love how you
Like
can't
coming
even tell.
through your TV, or the TV's there?
The TV's like what you're broadcasting on your
Okay.
screen. You can't even tell. If they didn't show the fans or the stands with no fans, like empty fans, you'd have no idea that there weren't fans there.
Really?
It's pretty seamless. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, actually, there's a couple stadiums that have fans in them, and I saw recently. Oh, it was the Browns Bengals game. There's a couple
The
fans
fight?
got in a fight,
Yeah, I
dude.
did see that.
That's
too.
wild.
Who got in a
right?
fight? The
Browns
fans?
and Bengals
Yeah,
fans.
Of course.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, because
Isn't
I
that
did
wild?
see there wasn't. I thought you were talking about like the little scuffle between Jarvis Landry and one of the DBs for
Cincy.
yeah.
No, I didn't see that. No, there were these guys in the stands. They
Mhm.
only have what, like 6,000 fans, some maybe more, maybe less. They're all spread out, and they still find a way to get in a fight. It's ridiculous. Man.
Dude, what sports does to people is just
Browns
fans, man, they
hilarious.
can't
man.
put up
Oh
with
my god!
nothing.
Don't get me started, dude.
It makes me
Don't talk about my Browns like that.
It just makes me want to be disassociated with sports culture a little bit. I mean, just going out and people just getting wild, and it's just like, man,
Yeah.
The macho.
It's
yeah, wear your
been
jersey
a-
everywhere.
been a hard road for you being a Patriots fan too. Just always get shit on for yeah,
Yeah.
bro. We
Okay,
get it. You're winning.
Yeah.
I'd rather take that. I'd rather take the ridicule for winning than take the ridicule for always being shit at football.
That's
Not
why I'm
winning
kind of with you
games.
on.
Well, as a Colts fan, I don't I get it.
That's why I'm kind of with you with the Browns thing. I support the Browns with you because I like supporting an underdog.
Oh,
you
me
know?
too. That's why I
It's
picked
kind
them.
of fun.
Yeah.
You
And
want to
it's-
see them do well, but man,
Yeah. But once they lose, you're just like, yeah,
if they
that's the
ever-
team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, yeah,
Yeah.
I've loved the environment so far. It was way better than I thought it was going to be
Yeah.
because I thought it was gonna be really awkward. Seeing
Kind of like
nobody
how
in the
NBA
stands.
was. NBA was a little awkward.
I liked it. I liked the presentation so much more, to be honest with you. At first,
Than the
At
NFL?
first, it was a little weird. It's easier because they're playing in like such a confined area.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the virtual fans. I think that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, that is
Little
cool.
cameo
I
that you
like
kind
that
of see.
too.
But
They had Lil Wayne high-fiving a fan.
I tried to get in on one of those 3 times, got denied.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
you
What do you have
gotta
to do to
apply.
get in it?
Hmm?
What do you have to do to get in
You
it?
just apply. I
Yeah.
think you gotta say like why you want to be on it or something like that. I don't know. Got denied. It's whatever.
Wow.
But no positive COVID-19 test for NFL players so far.
That's
thus far.
good.
It's good.
I think I saw something that they did because the first game of the season was the Chiefs Texans. They had fans at that game. There was a positive test from the crowd, but no positive test from NFL players. No positive tests.
Did they test fans?
Well, I think they can kind of trace it back to
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't know. I actually don't know if they're testing people coming in and out.
That's a lot of tests. If they're
I
having
mean, well, it's a couple
thousands of
thousand.
people.
I mean, if that's what you got to do to keep fans there. I mean, the
Yeah.
fact that some stadiums are even letting fans in though, they're losing so much money.
Oh, yeah.
They're not getting any money off that. So, got to figure it's more for the team and for the fans themselves. But
All right.
no positive NBA tests either. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Well, there was that one guy who played for the Rockets.
Oh, who left?
I forgot what his last name was House, and
Early on, Donovan Mitchell was positive, wasn't
yeah, but that was before the bubble.
Yeah.
he? Yeah.
This guy, he invited one of the
Yeah, I'm laughing at your story. That's
Yeah.
funny.
No, yeah, because I'm trying. I thought you were gonna pick up on
No,
it.
no.
No?
What are you trying to say? What do you mean?
Just
Like-
finish your story.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this guy, I think he was a guard. I don't know if at the 1 or the 2, by one of the ladies who is a tester or one of the bubble workers. I
Mhm.
don't know. He invited her to the hotel room, and I guess that's a breach of contract.
Oh.
So they questioned him, and he just ended up leaving.
It's a finable offense. It's almost like
Is he
the
like
same-
not in the NBA anymore, or
I don't think he. I don't know if
well,
that's the
they're out
case.
of the
What a way to,
playoffs,
like,
So
end your career?
Yeah. Poor dude.
what about that's the same thing with that guy from the Seahawks. Do you remember that? The rookie corner, rookie DB? No? You remember that? So, okay, early on in training camp, there's a DB for the Seahawks. He's an undrafted free agent. So he's already like had very slim chances of making the team. And he got caught sneaking a girl into the team hotel with him. But like the funny thing is he like dressed her up in Seahawks gear to try to pass her off as being like a player.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god, dude, that's funny.
Got him right away. He was cut. Never. I don't think he was picked up. He could be floating on a practice squad. But I mean, to do
Yeah.
that as you already have no chance.
You're
make
trying to
the team.
prove yourself, and you go and do that.
I know, dude. That's awful.
Not worth it.
That's awful.
Not worth it. That's
Um,
funny.
yeah. Let's see. Oh, let's talk
I
about
want
this.
to talk about this. This is a little dated too, but
The OBJ drama.
well, it's still going on.
Yeah,
It's still
that's
going
on.
true.
Did
I mean,
you-
that's
well-
that's pretty disgusting.
He's
I don't think it's true, to be
I don't-
honest with you.
that guy's getting. People were making fun of that guy constantly. Like, do you know what Pro Football Focus is? You ever heard of that company, Jake?
Oh, me no.
It's like a pretty reputable news. Well, football. They do a lot of stats, like deep football stats.
Mhm.
Like even on Thursday night when Odell scored, they tweeted out something like, "Holy shit, Odell!" Like that guy's just gonna get it for the
Yeah.
rest of his life.
And that's the thing too. It's like, how is the okay? So what was the source? It was on a podcast,
Okay,
right?
Yeah, it was on No Jumper.
because
Yeah.
you haven't seen the actual podcast, right?
I know I have.
Oh, you actually
Yeah,
watched
no,
it?
I have.
Yeah, okay. Then
What was it
hold
called?
on.
No
It's the-
Jumper?
No
the
Jumper?
podcast,
No jumper. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. What do you think of it?
What do you think when I think of it? I was disgusted, dude. I mean,
put the story aside. What do you think of the way it was presented? Like how those girls.
oh man, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you and I had already talked about this off air already, but come on.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
I didn't mean to be rude.
Like it was like, yeah, you
Those
don't want to
girls
be
were
rude.
fucking nasty,
It
dude.
was
Those girls were
nasty.
like,
It
I felt
was-
like an idiot watching that podcast.
Yeah.
Like you kind of like lost a little bit of brain cells. Just
Oh my
like,
god, I don't even know why that was like why that story got rolling. I don't believe that girl for a second.
So let's just say it isn't true. You think Odell can do something for like what is that, slandering? Or
libel. That's what it's called.
what is it?
Libel.
Libel?
Libel, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess maybe you would think he would if well, that begs
we'll
the question.
see.
Like,
Maybe
if it
you
wasn't
know,
true.
at the same time, it looked like he was approaching it as kind of it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know, like if people want to believe that, they can believe it.
Yeah.
But I know what really happened.
Yeah, I think he's probably handling it well, like not
Yeah.
feeding any. Like if he was on Twitter going, "That's bullshit," then people might go, I don't
Yeah.
know. You know,
But-
but now that he's not just giving it any sort of energy.
Uh-huh.
That might be his way of kind of being like, "Come on, like really."
Yeah. What was that Instagram post he put? He's like,
He tweeted out that day. So it was something along the lines of, "You guys are always trying to tear me down, but you won't, no matter what shit you throw my way."
yeah,
Or
that's
something
pretty
like that.
good.
That's awesome.
That's
He took-
pretty
he-
good.
he-
So he
he
took it
took
good.
it
He
on
took it
chin.
good. I think that's a good response.
Yeah, I think that's really
But,
good.
I mean, say it was true. Is this girl still not like totally whack for putting that out there and saying that? Like,
Yeah, it's definitely not cool.
Yeah,
But
it's just drama, man.
it was not only drama; it was for her own media attention.
well, it got
Yeah.
out there. Everyone was talking
then
about
she
it.
did her job,
Yeah.
what she wanted. I saw something. It was TikTok actually, and it was like this guy was like, "You guys are really gonna believe this girl? She's wearing Christian Dior's." And it was like zoomed into her shoes, and they weren't real Christian Dior. It was like DOR, Christian Dior.
She's well. I don't want to comment on her appearance.
Yeah.
At all.
I
She's not a
think-
trustworthy person.
Yeah. I think also too, like have some respect for yourself, man. You know? Like
Exactly.
God. Keep that. I mean, if that did happen, keep that discreet.
Yeah.
There's no shame in how she
no
was describing
shame.
it.
Yeah, I mean-
no shame.
I mean, if-
that is awful. Like,
As long as you're not hurting anybody, like you know,
Like-
you do you, but you don't gotta.
yeah, man or woman.
Yeah.
And is she
Come
not
on.
just as disgusting for participating in that? If that was the case, like I
Yeah,
feel like
seriously.
that's worse on her.
Same like
I think
same on
that's what he was
OBJ,
saying, like, have some
OBJ,
respect.
man. Like have some respect for yourself, dude. God, if that did happen,
Yeah,
wow. Both people. Wow, that's crazy.
I know. I think he handled it well though.
I think he did too.
Poor guy,
That was
though.
funny.
If he
as
just
hell.
if they just keep going in on that though, he's not gonna shake that for a while.
Well, they did have that video out there for a while. I think one of you guys sent it to me, and it looked like it was like Tory, like he was in a hot tub, and it looked like he was with Tory Lanez or like another, and he was like coming out of the pool, and they were like, you don't remember that?
I didn't say that.
I don't
No.
remember exactly what was going on, but one of you sent it to me, and you were like, somebody thought it was Tory Lanez, and the caption was like, "Yo, what's Tory Lanez doing?" or something like that. So it's not the first time that he's had something like that happen to
Yeah.
him. You know what I mean?
That guy just draws so much attention for
Mhm.
whatever reason, whether he does it to himself or not.
Dude, even on the field, I feel like he gets a little extra from
Oh,
the
yeah,
DBs and
100%.
the safeties.
That's why I don't feel bad that he's not, or that's why I don't worry that he's not particularly producing with the Browns too much. I have him on my fantasy
He had a
team.
touchdown.
Yeah, it's true.
He's gone 12 straight games without 100 yards though. That's pretty bad. Not bad. He just doesn't take over the game like he used to.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure they're more mindful of him on the field now.
Yeah,
Well-
and granted they're running the ball like they don't have to
They have a ton of weapons.
too many.
Too many,
think-
man.
Think it's possible to have too many?
I don't know.
Yes,
I thought
100%.
this is going back, but Bradley Chubb? Is that his
Nick
name?
Chubb,
Nick Chubb. Who's Bradley Chubb?
his cousin, he plays
Yeah.
for the Broncos.
Okay, Nick Chubb. And Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt.
It's a good duo.
Yeah, that's
and Jarvis Landry, Njoku, I think, who's out for the
Njoku,
season
what,
now.
no,
E.
he's
No.
on IR, but it's
IR,
different this year.
They have another
Hooper.
tight end, Hooper.
Austin Hooper.
I mean, jeez.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that's crazy. That's such a good roster. And
Yeah.
yet they fail to
they
win.
still can't do anything. Their defense is
Wow.
stacked too, but that franchise is cursed. They're never gonna win.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, I'd like to see them do well. I really would.
I
Don't
would
say
too.
that.
I would
I
too.
really would. I have 3 of their players on my fantasy football teams. Spread out.
We're 1-1, baby.
All right. Let's see.
Cool. Awesome.
We're gonna move on and talk about we're gonna talk about some video games here.
About
And
time.
yeah, new console wars approaching. It's like the Game of Thrones, man.
Yeah.
PS5, Xbox X. What are your thoughts? We're all PlayStation guys, right?
All 3 of us have been PlayStation guys pretty much, well, for me from the beginning.
Yeah.
Same.
Especially when
Xbox.
PS3 was the only free one to play that you could play online for free.
Mhm.
You didn't have to pay.
Yeah.
I was big on that. I didn't have to pay just to play online. I already paid, our parents paid for the internet. They weren't about to pay for the fucking
Right.
the
Yeah.
other stuff.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like it's a little bit of a
Like, I
letdown, or
paid
is
for
it just
that
me?
now. What?
You guys feel a little let down with the release at all, or is it just me?
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't pay attention to the release at all. Are you talking
For
about
the
what they
PS5?
released about it?
Like the hype around the console coming out.
Oh, like if
Is
it's
it
not
limited or
enough.
what?
I don't. Huh?
Is it just not there? Is there not a lot of hype?
I don't think so. I don't. Or maybe it's me personally, but I don't see as much hype as I remember when the PS4 came out.
Yeah.
Like, that was a huge, huge deal.
It could be our age.
Well, we still.
They're really
well,
good.
I guess that's true. People, yeah.
Like when the PS4 was coming out, man, I was a freshman. I was 18. I was bussing,
Hell
and I was
yeah.
like poor as hell, you know. And I'm like, I'm about to pull everything out of my bank account, dude.
Risk
Didn't
it
get
all.
it.
Yeah.
Had to wait in line like a month later in the freezing cold in the middle of winter, and waited for like 4 hours, and I got it.
Well, that's
now I will never do that ever
Well,
again.
that's another thing.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get a little worried because I'm gonna buy it. I'm,
Mhm.
you know, obviously, but I'm a little worried that I'm not gonna get it now because I didn't pre-order it.
Is there no more pre-orders?
There probably still is, but I don't know. I'm just worried that I can't go to a store and buy it.
Yeah, and the price, it's $500 for the no disc version, isn't it?
No, the digital
yeah.
only is 400.
Oh, okay.
The standard
Mhm.
one's 5.
Okay.
But I mean,
What are you
that's still
buying?
A lot of money. I'll probably do the digital. I don't.
I think I'm gonna buy mine at Best Buy.
Why?
I don't know. I pre-ordered it on there.
Oh, you did pre-order.
You did pre-order it?
I put my name in the ring for it.
Okay.
So you didn't pay anything yet.
No.
See, I was
Oh.
gonna pre-order. I didn't know pre-ordering it. You pay the full.
Oh, yeah, you paid up front.
Well, I didn't know that, so I did not do that. But I don't know. On top of that, let's talk about the next gen 2K whole
Yeah.
conundrum.
So I haven't seen a whole lot on it, but I did notice that I think they're doing away with like archetypes and
Yeah.
pie charts. I think they're gonna make it to where if you want to play, like, you know how they have like on YouTube, I just made a LeBron build that can shoot or whatever. Now they're actually I'm going to make a LeBron build and I'm going to pick LeBron, and that's my attributes are going to be based on LeBron.
Get out.
And you can pick a Ray Allen, you can pick an Allen Iverson. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's cool.
That's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I like that. But
I bet you. Sorry, I don't mean to cut
no,
you
no,
off.
no.
The shot meter, not the meter itself, but the way you shoot's going to be different. That's what I
Again?
think. That's my theory.
Not again, man.
I haven't even caught up to this one yet.
Yeah.
No, that's my theory. Because like I've seen glimpses of what they're going to change, but I think that's going to be a big one.
So you won't be able to take. You're the one who told us about this. So you're not going to be able to carry over all of your stuff that you put in on current gen. Right?
Everything on my career except for my team is gone.
What?
And we put a lot of money into this. It's going to go to nothing.
I know, man.
Better get to playing, boy.
I just maxed out my badges too.
Your shooting badges?
Yeah, all
Nice.
of them.
All of them?
Yeah.
You didn't tell me that.
Yeah, dude. That's why I was pumped to play last night. Anyway,
Happens.
let's get
But-
on to. Sorry, go. Go
We've
ahead.
already put how much money? You comfortable saying how much money you've already put into that game?
$150.
I went 50.
I think it put
Well-
140ish.
Yeah.
Mm.
And you're gonna have to
No.
put that money in again.
You put more.
Mm-mm.
You put more because you put more.
Not than you guys. I didn't buy it. You guys
So-
bought 50 off the
no,
bat. I put 20, 20, maybe another 20.
You put another 20 in there for to upgrade your clothes. One of
My
you did.
clothes.
Who was I playing with? Was it you?
That's
That was
Probably.
Jake. Jakey. Remember he's trying to buy a suit?
Oh yeah. Well, I did that too. I think I'm up to 170. I think I
Okay.
probably spent the most.
Okay.
And then how are you gonna drop a lot more money on the next gen console?
It
if you
depends
have
on
to
how
redo
much
all
we
that?
play it.
Mm.
I mean, it's only 2 months away. Do you
Yeah.
presume we'll still be playing 2 months away?
We'll
No?
see.
I'm already getting a little bit frustrated with that game, to be
Right.
honest with you,
Why?
because everyone's already better than me again. Like right off the bat, we were 2 of the best players when we first played that night in the parks, and then now I'm just can't play.
Well, you
So
haven't been
it's-
playing with your squad.
It's to the dude. You crash at like 9:30 p.m.
Okay. When you guys tell me I'll be on in an hour, and you guys show up 2 hours later.
You talked about how you know my time periods. You know how I work on my time frame. You gotta account for that.
That doesn't mean I'm not gonna fall asleep.
All right, let's move on to the PS4
No, let's keep
exclusives.
talking about this.
All right,
No, I mean, why do you get a PS5? Are you just
Or
getting
PS5 exclusives, yeah.
So no Xbox from any of us.
I actually might.
I
Why?
kind of wanted to too.
Because
Halo or
Forza, which is an
Yeah.
Xbox exclusive, a racing game,
Mhm.
best racing game out there. We have for PlayStation Gran Turismo, garbage. Such a it doesn't even match.
Mhm.
So
Ooh, with
I
those
might-
new graphics on Forza too,
dude.
I bet you it's gonna be awesome.
Because I mean, Forza New Horizon. You ever played that one?
I haven't.
I mean, I played that on Xbox 360, dude, and those graphics were awesome. So that game is sick.
Yeah. Are you gonna get a wheel? I'd kind of like to get a wheel and
That'd
like
be
some
cool.
like a clutch and
Yeah, that'd be cool. I know a lot of people don't like racing games, and I don't really either. Like Need for Speed, whatever.
I used to love them back in the day. Though.
Forza's like on another stratosphere.
Yeah.
I'm not even excited. This is the game I'm excited about. Neither of you guys played Spider-Man for the PS4.
No, I heard it's good.
This game, it was a fun game. This game looks amazing. Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I kind of the only reason I want to think about maybe buying an Xbox is because of the price difference. They have the smaller version, the Series S or something like that. It's only $299.
Oh.
I don't know the function differential between the X or whatever. But I've always kind of wanted both. I want to play Halo, to be
Yeah.
honest.
I used to love it. Well, it was with you, right? Where your brother wouldn't let us
he
play.
wouldn't let me play, that bastard. He always let me sit outside the door and watch.
So back in the day, I didn't even have a console. I didn't have
Right.
internet.
Yeah.
So when I went over to his house, he had this long cable running from his front room to his brother's room. And like we would just have to sit there and pray that he would let us play fucking Halo, dude.
That he'd sneak out of the house, go to his friends so we could play.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wouldn't let us play, man. It was Call of Duty 2 or Call of Duty
World at War.
Modern Warfare
Modern Warfare.
1. I just remember that guy would not let me play. So I've always kind of wanted an Xbox just to like out of resentment kind of thing, you know.
just let him know you can't play
And
this
then-
shit.
Yeah, he
Hey
won't
Gabe,
be
you
able
want to
to
come over and play Xbox? Oh,
you can
got
sit
the new
outside
one?
the door.
Yeah, guess what? You can't play. Sit outside.
Cool. Well, is
Yeah.
there any other topics you guys want to talk about?
Oh man, I think that was it.
I think that's it. Yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Another podcast will be
Yeah.
we'll be back on our regular schedule now, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
we had to skip.
we'll be shooting every Saturday. Get these out every Monday. And yeah, episode number 2. It's a good episode. We definitely stepped up our tech game, so
Yeah.
We're getting better too as it goes on.
It'll improve the
Yeah.
more episodes we have.
Let us know in the comments, how you liked it. And remember to subscribe to Tonique.news and avidapparel.com's newsletter for updates on
Newsletter and Instagram, mostly Instagram. That's where it updates the most.
Right, yeah. For updates on, content, culture articles, political articles, sports articles, we got it all. And Avid Apparel's new, clothing line coming up this
For fall.
yeah, for fall.
Awesome.
Cool,
Awesome.
man. We
Well,
out.
We out.
GG's.